Hale Mua Initiative started about 10 months ago. A bunch of guys had an idea and then we all came together and kind of formulated the Hale Mua, which we have today.
So in June 2012, we had our last conference in the Hawaiian community of Keokaha. In a span of 2 weeks, they had 13 attempted suicides, ages 9 to 17. Out of that 13, 11 completed. And so when the community found out, they was really in despair. And so they put together a panel discussion after hearing about some ideas, looking at all of our conferences we did and looking at the data. And what a lot of the data was showing was that a lot of our men in our Hawaiian communities, they didn't have a place to gather. They didn't have a place to confront, to mentor, to inspire each other. And so we started looking back at what did our Kāne do? Where did they go? Where did they go to heal? Where did they go to be mentored, to learn, to be educated, and to find their roles and responsibilities? Aha Kāne felt that the proposal that we put together was based around the Hale Mua, the men's house. In essence, break down the Aha Kāne conference to a very small model and situate it in our Hawaiian communities for our men. And so we chose 3 communities, Keokaha, Waiʻanae, and Papukolea.
I come every time because I look forward to seeing my fellow Mua brothers. And the camaraderie we have here is just superb. Being amongst men that share the same thing that about the Mua. And the Mua has been awesome because with this engagement, I learned more, especially how to cope. I try to better myself from other people's experiences. I can learn from that.
Our foundation, our men are coming together as that wall and building it back up to its status where our men are coming back, relearning our identities, which is it's all embedded in us, but it's actually coming out to existence and actually being applied to things that are relevant today.
Really the energy of everyone that was here. If I got to put a name on it, I think was just the spirit of aloha everyone shared in between whoever came through these doors to participate. And then just the amount of wisdom and knowledge all the Hawaiians had. And for all of them to come together when I first came was just, had to take a seat and listen to everything that was being shared. And I think that part, just my curiosity, just with my own culture, was really being answered around all these people. I had these questions in myself growing up and just a lot of cultural practices that I always wanted to know more and I wasn't sure where I could go to get that. When I came here, I was like, wow, this is the spot.
Somehow my journey had led me to the Queen. Now I serve the Queen, and my current kuleana now is to assist building the Waiʻanae community, Mua Initiative. So we are in full support of this Mua. For me, it's really fascinating to see a lot of these brothers in our community coming together and unifying and being inspired and being enlightened by just the hana and experiencing that fellowship, and also being exposed to some of these cultural things that some of them might have experienced before. Some other men where we see that we're in search of themselves and just kind of feeling their way around and trying to reconnect with their Hawaiianness.
What this program was we really wanted to enable our community to thrive. We didn't want to just come in, do a program, and at the end of the program, okay, no more money. Our men was left with nothing. So this program was really about giving everything to this community. The communities that we came into was really taking all of that money and leaving them with the resources that they could use to continue to build, literally. And so that gave the Kāne the ability to continue to create, to shape, to hold workshops, to inspire and teach their community skill sets. This initiative was to empower our community, to empower our men to take those tools and become leaders and models for the young boys. These young boys could use that to fundraise, to make stuff that inspired them to take home to their families.
The way we will
passed down to our ōpio, our keiki Kāne, our mo'opuna, are to do what's necessary and pass down the ike, the heritage from our ancestors, from our grandparents, our uncles, and our fathers. Things that they've shown us, things that we've picked up, we've learned, we've done, because really that's what it is, because it's a father-son relationship, and that's the most important thing, that what we want to do as a mua is make that bond, make the connection, reinforce it, strengthen it, and I think everything that comes after that follows in place. And it's a natural process by having that respect for our Hawaiian ways.
Before coming to the mua and learning about the whole Waiʻanae moku, I had no idea that Waiʻanae was part of Waiʻanae. So when I learned that the triangle, Waiʻanae Kai and Waiʻanae Uka at the top is Waiʻanae. So, you know, we made that connection that we're part of the same moku, and I come here and we all one family.
I was clueless to plenty Hawaiian things, but as I started coming here, it really opened my eyes, made me more aware of like what really is my kuleana. I understand, like I always thought take care of ohana, that's one kuleana, but with this mua, it's like no more ana kuleana, and how plenty things going on right now in Hawaii. Nobody stand up and start speaking up, and in other words, if we just depend on the government, I don't think the government get the point of view as our kupuna's point of view on things of how Hawaii should be and how Hawaii should be governed and how Hawaii should be taken care of. It's motivating me to really step out of my comfort shell of just no worry about this, no worry about that, the other guy doing them, the other guy take care of them. I always felt like I was shucks, like a nobody. I did plenty bad in my life in my younger years, so I kind of always use that excuse. So for me, there's more is almost like one way for not only one rebirth, but like for ho'oponopono, all the heavy I did, and I can try to do something right, not just for myself and my ohana, but for the whole Waiʻanae, for the whole Oahu, for the whole Hawaii. Hopefully I can just plant that seed of change and into the way of being pono.
It really opens my eyes to what can be done, but to start with me is just able to take a better me home, you know, after I attend these things. That's a little bit more the instant part I see what the Hale Mua does is, like I said, lets me be a better parent or, you know, boyfriend or son immediately. You know, the stuff I learn here, the stuff I experience here, I can take that home. I see how big it can get from my house can open up to the community, from the community, you know, the whole island, and then the whole state. But really, the importance is it needs to be in the community, so from there it can keep branching out, like what I see the people coming to teach here does.
Right now, my goal, ultimate goal, is to serve and assist in any way I can to help build this mua. A lot of these men, they didn't realize that they had all of these talents within themselves, but when we bring in all of these resources together and they start to process, it was within you all of this time. We just kind of brought those tools and those resources to bring that out of them, to reconnect.
Since being involved with Hale Mua o Maui a Kalana for the past month and a half, the experience been pretty amazing, getting in tune with my Hawaiian culture, you know, learning things that I've always wanted to learn, never had the chance to, didn't know where to go, and I just look forward to, you know, many more learning opportunities to come.
So any men that are out there, at the end of this video, we'll be showing some resources that you can come to and seek out and rediscover your culture, your customs, your heritage. You're welcome to visit, partake, and participate with us here at the Mua o Maui a Kalana.